What's going on, family? What's good? What's good? What's good? Let anybody who gonna slide in here go on the slide in here, and I'm gonna turn this Benny Siegel down. All right, hold on. What's going on, unbiased? What's up, pieces of April? What's going on, sweet pea? I had this conversation real quick, or at least my spin, my perspective on it, what I see, what I think. If anybody give a damn, maybe, maybe not. We'll see. No intros today or none of that. Just give a little time, let folk come in if they're gonna come in. Got that turned off. Um, so how's everybody doing? I kid you. Uh, what's going on, LGGG love? What's good, family? So you see the title and you see the screen name, so on and so forth. And as I sit back and listen to Benny Siegel, one of the realest songs probably ever wrote. Of course, a myriad of things go through your boy mind. What going on, family man? What good? And I uh, got to catch a little bit of lead farmer 7-3 um earlier, and it just re-solidified why this live is so important. What's going on, Adina? What's going on, Mr. Arthur Butler? How you doing, Mr. Butler? Welcome in, sir. Thank you. All is well. Kinda, kinda. I feel like I'm okay. I feel like my family, hopefully, Lord willing, gonna be okay. But things ain't good. Things ain't great. Before the circumstances that happened yesterday transpired, I'll encourage anybody to go back and look at my last live and take what you will from it. And over the last couple of hours, yesterday evening on into the night, we wasn't even at home. We wasn't even at home when things actually unfolded and transpired. It was when we got back home. That was one of the first things we seen. I'm out enjoying life, spending time with my wife. Went into town, so on and so forth. Get back and all of this didn't happen. And because we live in a technological age, I'm already seeing the memes. I'm already hearing the jokes. I'm already hearing the endless lives on multiple platforms and the think pieces, and I'm hearing all this shit, man. I'm hearing all these different things. And one of the things that keep I don't know. So let me start here. I'm gonna start here. I didn't get to catch the full live, but I was uh Lead Farmer this morning. Lead Farmer 7-3. And while he was talking, I can't even put my finger on it. I don't know exactly what it is or what it was he said. But y'all know what went through my mind about the majority of the world, the majority of the population. A scene popped in my head, and this done been with me since I was a teenager, since I was young. Who done seen Friday before? Hmm? The movie Friday, Ice Cube, Chris Tucker, all in, right? You remember, one of my, outside of it being a funny hood movie, relatable in some aspects, unrelatable in others. What's going on, Good Eats Homestead? Ain't nobody playing but you, Smokey. Ain't nobody playing but you, Smokey. That's how I feel about so many people in this world, in this country, in this circumstance, in this situation. Ain't nobody playing but you, man. Big Worm want his money. Big Worm want his money. And it's a game to you, Smokey. It's a game to you, Smokey. Ah, that fool ain't gonna do nothing. Man, ain't nobody worried about that fool. That fool see you as the fool. Cause Big Worm know his intention. Big Worm got goons. Big Worm got people. And ain't nobody playing but you, Smokey. Walking up and down this street every damn day like shit's all good, like everything is okay, all right, and it's not. I don't have the answers. I just have some of the questions. The last live I did. What's going on, Sassy? What's up, Drew? Somebody else slid in. Adina, hey family, Texas family, you been in here. Exactly, family man. Big Worm showed him too. How's that relatable? Hell, I don't know. Maybe you put two and two together. Maybe you don't. I'm gonna go here next. There's a lot of conversation and there's a lot of debate about what's real, what ain't real, what's staged, what may have not been staged. Something ain't right. As my man Led said, something just ain't right. I'm in 100% agreement. I'd like to add to, not take away. Because the truth of the matter is, y'all hear me sit on here a lot and talk about AI and cloud seeding and the environment, what's going on. This is a perfect segue in to make another point. Still germane to the conversation, still relevant or apropos, if you will. Now, the climate is changing. The climate is changing. Do I think it's all natural? No. Do I think that it's all from cloud seeding? No. But do I think it's neighborhoods in Houston right now that's damn near still flooded out? Yes. Do I think it's still people who ain't got power? Yes. Do I think it looked like the levees broke around that mother? Yes. It's a time and a place to argue or debate the cause. But once something has happened, is that as pertinent to address as your current circumstance? I'm just posing a question. I'm just posing a real question. And the reason I pose that question is to tie it back into the stuff that happened yesterday. Because whether you think it was or wasn't, whether I think it was or wasn't, you got to understand we live in a world where people feel the exact opposite of whatever your ass is feeling. Somebody on this earth, somebody on this planet feel the exact opposite about damn near everything you feel strongly about, which can and will and often does dictate their actions. So while I may be able to see things for what they are, I can see clear. I see it clear. I get it. So this here ain't little fishy with this, with that, with that, with this. But at the end of the day, if you don't realize that somebody feel the exact opposite of how you feel, you lost. Common sense ain't common no more. Practicality ain't always practical. What's obvious to some is a distorted whatever to others. What's going on, Mad Shad, ARD? Um, when let's go back to the storm for a minute. Let's go back to the storm for a minute. I just used the analogy of cloud seeding, flooding all over the world. Flooding Dubai, flooding here, flooding Costa Rica, Nepal, wherever. Pick a spot. Pick a spot. When people sitting on top of their damn houses waiting for a rescue boat, do you think in that moment they give a damn more about what caused it or getting their ass off that roof? I was listening to Benny Siegel because I can hear it. I can feel it in the air. There are people, while some people see it one way, there is a vast majority segment of this society who are extremely upset. So I don't have it in me to necessarily find the light or the bright spot in this moment, knowing good and damn well that a lot of people not ready for what it seemed like they think they want all the way around the board. I'm not talking about necessarily just Democrat or Republican, D or R. I'm not just, what's up, Big Roast? I'm not just talking about uh, Black Americans versus white Americans or Hispanic versus Black or white versus Asian or none of this. Do y'all realize the state that this world is in and that this country is in, this is not 1861. I've said this shit before, and that's what get exhausting as a content creator who give a damn when you try to relay or messages or try to suggest or offer opinions, relevant opinions to people. Man, this ain't the 1800s no more. Everything is so mixed up and intertwined and interbred and this and that and that. And unless somebody got a certain flag or a certain sticker or say it out their mouth, you don't know what the hell people believe no more, where their ideologies lie. And I'm gonna take it a step further. And if I'm missing anybody, I apologize. But welcome in, welcome in. I might even drop this link because I want to know. I want to hear and know what other people think, how other people feel. As long as you keep it respectful, say what you gotta say. Hold a little conversation real quick so I can get more than one person up here. And bring people up one at a time if we get to that point. If the shit that happened yesterday didn't get your attention, regardless of what or how you think it transpired or unfolded, once it's done, it's done. Go to your bathroom after this live. Go to your bathroom after this live. Squeeze out all the toothpaste that's left in there, and then turn around and put that shit back in. Whether it was your 2-year-old sitting down by the toilet just having a grand old time, or whether it was your teenager who just don't like the taste of it and want you to go buy some more, so they squeeze all that shit out on purpose. Doesn't matter. You can't put it back in. The genie don't go back in the bottle, folks. And a very, very real circumstance and a hell of a way to live is when more people see each other as enemies than as neighbors. When more people see each other as enemies than as neighbors. So while many people taking that 30,000 mile view from above, I'm looking from right on the damn ground. To my left, to my right, to my forward, and to my rear. Things are not as distinguishable. And I hate to keep bringing my man up, but again, especially in the live where it's a bit of a rant. But I'm gonna bring Led up one more time because he said something that was really, really uh, important. I think he stopped at the 80s. Hey, J Mill, this ain't the 80s no more. Why do I make that point? Why do I bring that up? Because the truth of the matter is, you don't know who support who. You don't know who's a bigger fan of who. You think just because I look like this right here, the locks coming out my head, it's a whole bunch of people who look just like me, hell, might even sound like me, who would blow your mind. We ain't gonna dissect and get into the whys of it right now because I want it to be less political a conversation, even though that's damn near impossible to avoid. I want it to be less political and more about reality. Somebody feel the opposite of how you feel and will take opposing actions to how you feel about whatever the hell it is you feel about. What's going on, Black Guns and Gardens? What's up, Astor Team? That's an interesting point, Astor Team. That is. But will it make anybody not feel how they already feel? What's going on, VP? Will it make anybody feel or not feel the way they already feel? For months, years, weeks, days, hours, minutes, it's been a handful of us who have really been trying to relay a message and a point. Most people ain't rich, and I get that. Damn it, I gotta go back to my man one more time. What's the shit? What he said food, water. I'm paraphrasing because I can't remember exactly what his approach to it. Food, water, uh shelter, basically, or some land or something, and a way to protect it. And I might be leaving one off. If them things ain't vital and important to you in your life and your current circumstance right now, I don't know. I don't know what the hell to tell you, man. It ain't about living in fear. It's about living in preparation. Okay, security, communication, good. Okay, another way to comms, a way to talk. I know this shit sounds far fetched. It don't matter what happened. It still sounds so far fetched to somebody. But as I started this live out saying, ain't nobody playing but you, Smokey. Ain't nobody playing but you, Smokey. You the only one walking up and down this street all day, every day like shit's all good, and it's not. You know, I'm gonna beat on my chest a little bit. Me man. I think I've done enough things in this life and lived a life admirable of acknowledging my manhood. But anybody who ain't a little bothered, perturbed, even scared a little bit, stay away from that. Stay away from that. Cause if you ain't bothered or concerned or worried about nothing, if not for yourself, for your family and loved ones and friends and people at the church and the folks who live down the road and cousins and all this shit, what is what are you thinking and what are you doing? Somebody else came in, APT and Sweet Thumb. What's going on? If I miss you, I'm my apologies. The reason I was talking about my hand, how I look, and this and that, is because how do you readily identify who you may deem as an an or as the enemy? It's a big kerfuffle, people. It's a big kerfuffle. You don't know exactly the concept of now. Some are obvious, and some I would probably say your presumptiveness may in fact be right. Your presumptions may be correct. But if you're just looking for old Billy Bob with a couple of teeth missing and shit and a camo hat, you wrong. You don't know who is no more. Unless they tell your ass, unless they got a flag or unless they got a sign. And I'm at a point now where I'm saying on both sides of whatever spectrum you reside on. We in trouble, people. And I say we because I just happen to live in this mother. If you're new to the channel and didn't and had no clue, damn it, I live in Texas, proud Texan. Been one my whole life. I don't give a damn where I done live, where I done been. Pull myself down. We living in a shit show. And I don't see things getting no better no time soon. I don't know how this is rectified or fixed or made better, but I will say this. I think about construction sites. And sometimes culturally, societally, so often, ever so often. In America, it seems to happen about every 80 or so years. Everybody loves the big new shiny building with a 20 by 20 glass plate, just beautiful windows and the construction, and it's got little zigzags in it, and it's part of the skyline at night. But don't nobody like the construction. Nobody likes when traffic got to be redirected and it's just a mess and it's mud all over the roads. That East Texas red clay from the trucks driving in and out, and they got this ugly ass scaffolding all up around it, and you got the little green fence around it, so you can't see exactly what they doing, but you can kind of see exactly reconstruct construction. What a time to be alive. Because the world and this country, in my opinion, are going through a transitional period where things will look and be very, 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 very different on the other side of all of this shit. Whatever's to come and whatever is already here. I can't even say what's to come. Honestly, I'll say whatever's next. What's the next event? What's the next this? What's the next that? Because after years of living in a damn tinderbox, was this the spark? Was it? And if it wasn't a spark for you, who may it have been the spark for? Who else is at their wits' end? Who else have concerns like many and most of us do about day-to-day survival? Who of us find ourselves sometimes being categorized or pinned in or put like this or put like that when I got to be a little bit more clear. I got to be a little bit more clear for clarity's sake, obviously. It's a lot of assumptions that certain people don't have conservative values. And when I say conservative, I'm not talking about D or R. I'm talking about just a more traditional way of life, a more traditional way of living. And then there are some people who may even call themselves or name themselves more conservative or more in line with this side, whatever, who could give a damn less. That's your life. Go live it. That's between you and God and whoever, whatever you believe in or whomever, like all that kind of stuff, right? One of the things that bothers me is everything is so polarized. I don't know if it's really. I go back and forth. Is it a middle? Is there really a middle the way it used to be? Shit's starting to get like prison. It's starting to feel prison-esque. Like, you gonna if you're doing a bid, a real bid, it won't take but a couple of weeks or maybe a month or so for you to be inside. From what I heard, I've never been incarcerated. I've never been to prison, so don't start saying I knew it. I knew he just looked like one of them. No, nope, 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 nope. You're gonna have to get down with somebody. Is that what it's gotten to? That's where we at. I ain't gonna start naming gang names, but that's what it's kind of starting to feel like. I'm looking at some of the comments. LGG, that last comment, you right. A lot of it is really got to do with more of a class issue than I think a lot of people give credit for. Unfortunately, when people are locked into ideals and ideologies, sometimes that's the hardest thing to see. It's the hardest thing to see, in my opinion. I had initially wanted to. That's right, unbiased. If you growing and got your own food, you 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 rich. The ability to feed yourself, man. Everybody, I'm guilty of it too. Do you all realize? Everybody in this chat realize how we all need each other. We dependent on each other to a degree, regardless. I don't necessarily have the equipment to go lay a highway. I done help. I done help build roads before during the summer. I sure have. But I don't have the truck. I ain't got the tar. I ain't got this. I don't. So we need each other. Unless we just want to go back to dirt roads, which I mean, shit, you never know what's around the bend. But the heavy, heavy dependence on this structure, this curated design thing where people don't know how to do nothing for them. I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example. I was talking to a friend of mine a couple of days ago. They know who they is. They know who they is. I was talking to a friend of mine a couple of days ago, and I had missed it. I didn't even know. I've been busy. Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil did an interview talking to some preppers, right? Some preppers. One of them was more of your typical kind of, I think it was three of them. One of them was your typical kind of more, you know, expected run of the mill, but he was a young dude, prepper. And then it's this other cat. He's a doctor, a PhD doctor. I'm talking about now. He's a PhD style doctor. He going out, doing a little documentary, writing his book, and was like, oh shit, these people got a point. These people got a point. They're not just as crazy as everybody makes them seem. And he sold his apartment, I think his condo, whatever the hell it is, in New York, and now his ass out on 5 acres. Like, oh my God. It's some validity to what these crazies been saying all these years. It's some validity to what these crazies been saying all of these years. And I think on my last live, I want to say it was Growing with Hudson, who put it so ever eloquently. Hey, Lady Smith, how you doing? It's not about trying to have everything for one thing or one event. It's just being prepared for whatever comes your way as much as you can be. Not everybody prepared for everything, but I'm gonna tell you something else. This is my opinion, and I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to drop this link and bring a few people up one at a time. Anybody who want to come up, give their thoughts, give their opinion. All I say is keep it respectful. And even though I initially wanted to, I don't want to get too deep into. I almost had a friend come up and former sniper, former sniper. So, and we were gonna have that conversation. And by this morning, I was like, man, I don't want to. I'm not gonna go into this. It's enough people doing that. I'll let them handle that part of it. I'm talking about the part of it that's in your front, your rear, your left, and your right, and how much like this could impact us as a country, as a society, as people who got to take their ass to work tomorrow, people who got to go pick their kids up, people who from school or from summer camp or whatever, people who waiting on shit bank loans to go through, people who everybody's biased to some extent in some kind of way. So the what happened. I'm not gonna argue or prove the validity of it all. I'm gonna say it's a whole bunch of shit weird to me. All of the math ain't mathing. But with that being said, that could be for 3 or 4 different reasons. That could be for 3 or 4 different reasons that I could just spit off the top of my head. I don't want to go too far down that road. I want to know, what are you doing as far as considering a worst case scenario for yourself and for the people you love? What's up, Jason? What's going on, bro? Hey, Shanna, wherever you at, Shanna. Hey, Teresa Buchanan. If I missed anybody, y'all welcome in and come in here and enjoy yourself. Let me drop this link real quick and see if anybody want to come chop it up with me for a minute. Give your thoughts and opinions. Just be respectful, because it's enough. I think we on hate overload. I think we on hate overload. I'm not trying to kumbaya everybody. Hey, Christina, I didn't even know you was in here. What's going on, Christina? Um, so Christina asked, so what are we doing to prepare? That is a great question. And hold on, try to put it up there. Christina, one of my favorites, said, so what are we doing to prepare? Christina, I don't, outside of what was mentioned earlier, the basics of the basics, water, food, some form of electricity, uh, uh, generator, gas, electric, solar, whatever. Something is better than nothing, in my opinion. Some first aid, a way to communicate with others, and just hope for the best. And I've always been kind of skeptical. I've always had this little, not anxiousness, but this little internal feeling like, man, you don't want to be a buzzkill. You don't want to do this. So I try to find just the right words and make it just right. But after my last live and then this shit here happening, I feel like that aged well. I feel like it's gonna continue to age well. Oh man, we got somebody back. I don't know why I don't see you. That's a good point on buys candles and a big bottle of alcohol. Okay, we got our first person up. Well, hold on, let me get my man up here. You with me?
I'm right here, bro.
Man, what's going on, VP? How you doing, brother?
Hey, man, I'm just trying to stay alive and keep my family moving. How you
I
doing?
hear you. I hear you. Man, I like to say doing great and hoping to get better, but I'm doing good and hoping for the best.
Exactly. You
uh,
you and me both,
what are your
bro.
thoughts? Yes,
You
sir.
you know
Yes, sir.
you,
What's your thoughts on
what's my thoughts on what happened yesterday?
all of it? Anything you want, go for it, man.
Well,
Anything, bro.
here's the thing. You and I have had multiple conversations over the years,
Mm-hmm.
and it's the same thing. It ain't about trying to be prepared for hurricanes, blackouts, famine, disease, war, whatever. It's about being prepared for anything that happens.
Absolutely.
And we give tips on things. Hey, you might want to pick up, and I'm saying this for everybody in the chat, the exact words of African Dreaming. You may want to pick you up an extra bottle of water and a can of sardines because it's going to
Facts.
get crazy. It's going to get crazier, folks. Me and some guys was talking about this 6 months ago. What happened yesterday? So it really wasn't a
Yeah.
shock to me because what I'm watching for is two things. I'm watching for what I don't hear, and I'm watching them spin this whole thing. And
Yeah.
we've been doing some deep dives. My guys have been tracking stuff and looking through this. But I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. If what happened yesterday did not wake you up to finally believe that this country is in trouble, you might as well go ahead and give up right now because it's only going to get worse.
Right.
It's only going to get worse, folks. So you better get what you need now before you try to go get what you need and can't get it.
Absolutely. 100%, bro. And what's going on, Dan H? I just I just I don't this ties into something you just said a while ago. And this is a scary thought for me because I'm all about being optimistic, right?
Right,
But you know, Vision, and I know it's folk out there who really think that somehow, and my man touched on this earlier, Led touched on this earlier, somehow it's folks who think everything just gonna magically some kind of woo woo, just be okay, just be all
right,
right. And I I don't think that there is a particular circumstance that's ever gonna wake people up because, as you said, if yesterday didn't get people's attention, I don't think I don't think nothing will. But
That's right.
what say you, sir?
I'm with you. I'm with you. And I missed the majority of lead farmers yesterday, but I heard enough to say he is absolutely he hit the car. He hit the car. 100% right. So,
Yeah.
folks, I don't care which side of the fence you sit on. I don't care if you Democrat, Republican, purple, independent, liberal, BDZ, XYZ. I don't care. Cut yourself open and you bleed red like everybody else that walks on this planet. And this great country, we still live in the best country on the planet, period. And if you ain't
Yep.
willing to protect yourself and your family from the evil that is coming, you're going to get caught. And I'm not going to get caught because I'd rather die on my feet than live on my knees.
All day long, baby. All day long.
Every day.
And
Right.
just to, just to add to that, bro. Look here. When let's say you I don't I'm gonna keep it a buck, and I don't know what people plans are. You do what you want to do what's best for you. But for people who in my opinion, densely populated areas, densely populated urban areas or cities or whatever,
Right.
it's in my opinion, it's just gonna be real hard to stay out of shit. What do I
That's
mean by
right.
that, Mr. African, sir? Well, I mean I'm already in a defensive posture.
Yep.
I walk the woods. I'm you know, like yourself and many others, people got trail cams and cameras set up and so on and so forth. I'm more in a defensive position, but if your ass live downtown anywhere USA, what the hell you gonna do when you just can't go to the store?
That's right. I'll say
Before it
this.
spread out to me.
Yeah. I'll say this. For those that live in the city, that live in the burbs, if you can't get out before all hell breaks loose, you better be able to band together with your people and lock down your block.
Facts.
Plain and
Facts.
simple. Plain and simple. If not,
These,
you
these,
better get out of
yep.
the city ahead of the crowd. You got to be so in tune to what's going on and the signs of chaos coming your way that you can leave on a dime. And you got to get ahead of the crowd. That's the only way you're going to make it out.
And, man, and let the church say amen, bro. Because,
Amen.
I'm something else that this brought out that is it's astonishing to me. I find it intriguing. It's absolutely just it's amazing to me, bro. So I'm hearing so many people who and I'm talking about across different social media platforms. And these seem to be some of the people who it's a bit more of a I won't say a ha moment, but it's a joke for more of them. And this is what I'm seeing consistently is people acknowledging I don't know nothing about politics. I'm not a political guy or I'm not a political girl. I don't get into it. I don't even know.
Right.
I've even heard people say, I don't even know what's going on in politics. Yet they
Right.
have some of the strongest they have some of the strongest takes. And if you ain't a little frightened by that, I don't know. Again, I'm saying this again. What else may get your panties in a bunch,
Right.
or get your drawers twisted? Because the amount of people who are absolutely clueless
That's
to the
right.
reality that we being confronted with it's I don't shit. I don't help me out, bro. I don't have the words.
You're absolutely right. And I'm looking at the comments, LGG. Right. If you leave and you got to have somewhere to go, that's part of the plan. I got a group of people throughout the whole state of Ohio. Everybody got eyes. We got a plan in place.
Mm-hmm.
If something happens in this part of the state, these people move this way. If something happens in this part of the state, these people move this way. That's part of your preparedness. And if you think you're gonna bug out with nowhere to go, you just became a refugee.
Right. Right. Um, you know, being getting mm, I'm gonna go to this next comment, bro. And Astatine said, "Thing is, with
Okay.
satellite, there's really nowhere to hide." But it and I was watching at Monograph. They can go back into. Of course, Astatine. But for me, it's I personally is I can only speak for myself. It's not about hiding as much as it is about giving you a very distinct and undeniable uh conclusion. Don't bring your ass over here. That's what it's about. It's about preservation for me. It's about troubles and whatever can happen or
Yes.
transpire that may make you feel like you want to drive down the driveway and pull up in the yard and say maybe
Yep.
help me or again, it's a defensive posturing that can look a lot of different ways. Hell, a defensive posturing is having enough water in your house for your family. Defensive posturing is the way that other people prep because it ain't no one way to do it. But you know, shit, whatever.
Right. It ain't about hiding. It's about fortifying and stabilizing.
Yep,
I ain't trying to hide. I'm protecting me and mine. You walk up in here, good luck with that.
right, right, right. And Unbiased LLC says Stevie Wonder can't see, but he can hear the BS in their voices. Pay attention with the five senses God gave you. Absolutely.
Absolutely right.
Absolutely.
But I'm biased. I'm gonna throw this at you and make you really think. How you know Stevie Wonder can't see?
Hey, he did catch somebody's cell phone or something one time, didn't he?
Hello? How you know he can't see? Right.
I saw that. No, you know what it was? I think it was a microphone stand was falling over or something.
It was.
Stevie
That's
said,
right. When they were making "We're the World," absolutely.
ah, yeah, that's funny. But
But you're right.
man, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say you're right. It's about fortifying and stabilizing to survive. And my family
Back.
and my extended family, that is mission number one.
I mean,
And to
and
comment on
nobody
what
should
you
expect
said, right? And like you said, all of my extended family and friends don't look like me.
right, right. Mm-hmm. And
So
I'm
yeah,
glad you said that because you reminded me of something. I'm glad you said that because you reminded me of something. You put a thought back in my head I didn't completely finish earlier. Uh, I don't want because YouTube can't stand the W word, and I didn't realize till after the fact it was brought to my attention. I said it anyway, so I don't want to use that. What is it good for? I don't want to use that word, so I'm gonna substitute that with conflict. What the hell is a civil conflict gonna look like exactly when you got people on both sides of ideology idealistic and ideological beliefs, but everything is mixed. Everything is mixed. Is meshed up. Is like, how is this gonna look? How it's gonna be? How is it gonna go? You got people who got real friendships, real just hell, like you had the first go round. I think things were a lot more. No, I know good and damn well things was a lot more defined and separated and this and that. But in today's age, in 2024, what the hell you gonna do if you really ain't in a position to have yourself somewhere and mind your business to the best of your ability? Honestly,
That's right. You're right. And in today's day and age, if you are slow enough to think that everybody on your side look like you just got.
you lost as hell. You
Right.
lost as hell. You crazy as hell. If everybody who look alike was just authentically on the same side, shit, we a whole lot more progress would have been done had on both sides. But that ain't how it really go, and that ain't how the world work. And let me put LGG back up here because, as far fetched as it may sound to some, for people who've never been in a cluster F like that, to see it or maybe witness it firsthand, well, what if things get kind of purgy? Really? What if things just get a little purgy around here? Because
Yeah.
a melee starts, civil unrest starts, all kinds of chaos, the fog of war. Oh, damn it, I did it again. Car, I said car, YouTube. The fog of
You said
car.
car. I heard your
Yeah,
car.
thank you. Car. Your car get a little foggy sometimes. So you dealing with all of that, and all of a sudden everybody's a threat. Even those who not, everybody's an enemy. Even those who are not, everybody is feeling like they own their own, which they really are, and running out of resources, and so on and so forth. Now, Aston 85 says civil conflict will probably be economic and cancel culture. Now, the cancel culture side, I really don't know where that's going. I can't speak on that too much. But the economic side of it, y'all, we already going through a transition that very few people are paying attention to. Some people think that recent long-standing deals with a particular Middle Eastern country ain't going ain't gonna change a thing. And I'm here to tell you that I think you wrong. If you would like to debate me or like to raise some points I may not be privy to, then I'm open ears. I'm open to hear it. But a whole lot of what's kept things the way they've been for a long time have already changed. They just haven't worked their way through the pipeline yet. So there's that.
You're absolutely right. And the new friendships. I'm doing air
Mm,
quotes for those that can't see me, can't hear me. The new
gotcha.
friendships that are being created are going to try to bring on something else that is not going to be in your best interest.
In the very near future. In the very near future.
Yes,
And to be honest, hell, it just haven't worked its way through the pipeline yet.
right. You're right.
Give it another couple of
I'm
months.
telling you. Yep. But I'll say it till I'm blue in the face, and I've been saying it for the last 10, 20 years, folks. If you don't have any backup power, if you don't have any sardines and 2 bottles of water stored, you need to get off of this live stream right now and go get you some, because two things are going to happen. It's either going to get way more expensive, or it's not going to be there when you need to get it.
Right, right, right. Absolutely. And speaking of getting off this live and not being on this live, I'm gonna say this, bro. In all actuality, in all honesty,
Yeah,
regardless of what people think, because everybody is open to their opinion, what they saw, the videos they've watched, the after the yesterday happened and the lives that happened at that rally. I'm gonna say this: if things
right.
had went a different way, if things had went the other way, all the stuff we talking about right now, I believe would already be underway.
That's right. It'd have been too late. We'd have been sitting here mumbling and fumbling over nothing. There wouldn't have been no live stream.
Yep, yep, yep. And something
Folks would have
else.
already put their plans
Go ahead,
into
bro. Go
place.
ahead. Go ahead.
No, I'm
Go ahead.
saying everybody, those that are prepared would be doing and executing their plans as we speak right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's real talk. And I'm not gonna say at this point what can or won't be attempted in the future because that's just where we at.
Right.
That's just where we at. And if you don't have a way to keep in touch with somebody, I don't know what to I don't
Yep.
do y'all realize that it's a blessing? It feel like a blessing, a curse, and a luxury at the same time because truth of the matter is all of this could just like while we on this live, the same way your live can get shut down when you on here just playing music back to back to back to back to back. That same thing could be done for the whole East Coast. It could be done for the whole West Coast. It could be done for all of the
That's
central
right.
states. It could be done for the prairie lands and the Midwest and all of that. This can go away like that.
Without a doubt. Gone
I
today and
was
not coming
looking
back
at a comment.
tomorrow.
Facts. Facts. And even in charge, according to the people. That is, man. See now, by sucking me in, she gonna make me talk about this a little bit. Now I was trying not to too much, but uh, I understand where everybody coming from. I really do. So I'm gonna throw my 2 cents in here. It was either something that was what some it was either some funny business and it was some funny business and that's all it was some funny business, or it was something that was supposed to happen that didn't work out.
Yep.
Those are the only two I'm left with.
Yes, sir.
Those are the only two that
That's right.
after everything is said and done, them the only two conclusions I got remaining. It was all bullshit and it was like the best theater in the world, or it was some shit that was supposed to happen and didn't go the way somebody wanted it to go. And both of them, if you really think about it, is scary as hell for us.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, like that, Dan H. Um, I'm just I'm I don't
I
know,
I
family. I
I
just go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I don't know. I'll say this: the jury's not back yet, because
Right.
I'm watching. I'm watching,
Mm-hmm.
especially for what I don't hear. You know, you got folks
That part.
already jumping to conclusions, and they ready to burn down the country already. I'm like, nah, 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 nah. You're making unwise decisions, and you don't have all the facts.
Right. Exactly.
So I'm just waiting
Hey,
before I'm gonna let the dust settle before I say anything about it.
me too. Me too. And I saw something, and it's always been that way. It's never gonna change. But especially on from this one to other platforms, I saw, hey, Cha Cha, welcome in. Hey, Blue Lotus Vibes, welcome in, welcome in. I
Blue
saw
Lotus, welcome.
a lot
Cha
of
cha.
people. Yeah, I saw people within the first like 30 minutes making declarations and going super hard, and then having to either retract or backtrack what they said, or add to it or try to fix it or whatever, because I knew for a fact if I talked about it at all, I wasn't going to say nothing before at least today, because it's too much information still coming out. I know how things seem, but sometimes the way things seem is more to it. And
That's
I
right.
can't stress the importance of people really getting it through their head that there are many, many disgruntled people out here. And I think, well, I'm going to tell you what I do. I don't live under that illusion that all of them have a specific look or sound or style or whatever. And uh, I don't think it's over. I'll put that there. And then what say you, sir?
No, it ain't over by far. And well, never mind. I'm not even gonna go down that road. I'm gonna leave that till later. But the fact of the matter is, it happened. Okay.
That part.
So now
That
that it
part.
happened, what you gonna do? Did that wake up anybody? I hope it did. But if it didn't, guess what? You might as well go on back to sleep.
That's all I can say, bro.
That's all I got.
That's all I
If
can.
yeah, if you ain't awake now, you might as well go on back to sleep. But
Yeah.
bruh, I will say
Yeah.
this. You dead on point, and I appreciate you. I got to jump off here because I got some stuff to do. I got to go check these 4 foot pepper plants, and I still got stuff to do. Just because D
Yeah.
or DJT got pretty much taken out. The clock is still ticking, folks. The clock is
It's
still
still
ticking,
ticking.
and
It's time.
and you got a little more time. You got a little more time to prepare. So get it done
Right.
while you still can. But I appreciate
Absolutely.
you letting me come up here, bro. I'm gonna get back in the bushes and do what I do. And you
All,
you dead on point. And by the way, folks,
all
kind
right, my
sir,
brother.
kind ma'am, smash the like button, share this out. Let somebody know that don't know, that's still under the rock.
Let
And
them
and
know.
and I
Let them
will
know.
talk to you in a minute, Jay. I appreciate you, bro.
All right, bro. Hey,
All
you take
right,
care,
bro.
man, and thank you for coming up. Uh, Vision Preparedness. You can catch them on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays right here on this YouTube machine. Check him out and get some of that good information. I wasn't gonna take it here, but I'm gonna go on and say the truth of the matter is, because after it's all said and done, we can kind of tip. Hell, you have to tiptoe. If you on a public platform, you gotta. Some people call it tiptoeing. I call it being cautious and not ruining myself entirely. So it is what it is. I'm always gonna try to I'm always going to be mindful of what I say, what I speak on, and how I say it. But I am gonna go ahead and throw this out here. Regardless of how you may feel personally, it's a whole bunch of black folk who love that man. I'm trying not to drop political leaders' names for a reason. What's up, Jason? Welcome in. I'm trying to. I'm not. I'm purposefully not saying political leaders' names, but like Vision just said, JT, it's a whole bunch of folk out there who look like me, who absolutely love and admire and respect that man for their own reasons. I I try not to get too deep into the whys behind it. If I do, um, I usually don't put that on because I am intrigued by it. Hell, I'm intrigued by why so many people who look like me so fond and so in love with the other one too. Hey, Happy Mac, how you doing? And the reason I'm specific on that is because I don't think there is. I'm a 40 some odd year old man, waiting for another man or anticipating another man or woman to do anything but create an environment where stuff can be made a little bit better overall. That's all I can expect from anybody. Ain't nobody coming to fix nothing for me. I can't speak for y'all. I don't speak for other grown folk. I try not to, but I don't. I'm bringing that up because I think people still looking at all of this real surface level. It's folks from all walks of life, all backgrounds, all nationalities, all everything who love both of these contenders for the presidency. With that being said, what's next for America, man? Everything, some stuff you don't just like, it don't just go away. You go out one night and party too hard, Saturday morning or Friday morning, Sunday morning, you just sleep it off. Wake up, make you some eggs, fart a little bit, drink some water, take up an aspirin, whatever. Bounce back. You can go to work Monday. Nobody ever know how tore up your ass was Friday night or Saturday night or whatever. But this right here, this don't just go away like that. Hey, April Showers, how you doing? It don't just go away like that. And everything just gonna be fine. Everything just gonna be honky dory. Because people are deeply, deeply, deeply in their feelings on one side or the other, or they somewhere in the middle. And um, we just talking about this one event. We ain't even talking about all the global issues related to the U.S. that are also in motion right now. And I ain't gonna try to get too grim with this, but I'm gonna say something right now. For, in my opinion, and again, I don't give a damn what people you. I can't keep you from feeling how you feel about me. I would love for you to have a fond opinion, but you grown. I can't control how you feel about me, but I'm gonna say this shit right here. For all my people who may or may not be a little too happy right now about what happened and the way it happened and some of the jokes and all of that, I get it. Doing that in your house or doing that amongst friends or whatever, depending on y'all political landscape and political beliefs. But when you getting your ass online, being a little too happy and a little too gloaty and a little too this or a little too that, man, you don't know who the hell know you. You don't know who the hell know you got a channel. You don't know who been watching you for years. You don't know who been seeing your ass 3-4 times every time you go to the grocery store, and you they one of your biggest fans, and you don't even know who the hell they are. They behind you in the checkout line. Oh, that's African dreaming. Ain't said shit to you. It ain't what I'm saying could be far fetched if we didn't already have people walking around clapping each other all day, all night, any damn way. So is it really that far removed from reality to be careful with the shit you say and what you do? And it ain't about being scared, in my opinion. It's just about being logical and practical. It's about because what's lighthearted to you, what's a joke to you, somebody else ready to unalive somebody for this shit. But it's just a joke up until it ain't no more. It's just hee hee ha ha up until it ain't no more. It's they missed all that kind of shit, man. There's folks out here losing their lives already just because of the way the world is. And I ain't saying, I mean, you do you, you do you. You add fuel to the fire. I don't know, and I ain't gonna say I don't care. I don't know, but I cannot express enough the gravity of this situation. It put me in the mindset of y'all ever seen one of them toxic ass couples? They just toxic. All they do is fight and tuck. All they do is fighting, and then they'll fight a little bit, and then they'll and then they'll and then they fight afterwards. He can't leave her alone. She can't leave him alone. But I ain't worried about Marcus, girl. Marcus ain't gonna do nothing to me. I had a baby on him. I did this. I did that. Next thing you know, it was all fun and games. And then one of these days, Marcus ass just snapped. And sometimes the stuff I'm talking about didn't happen live on Facebook, live on YouTube, live on Instagram, because it was all a joke. Ain't nobody gonna do shit. This ain't gonna happen. That ain't up until it did. And on the dude's side, you done broke that woman's heart 1,000,000 times. She keep taking your ass back. You cheat on her again. She'll take your ass back. You cheat on her. You dog the hell out of her. And then you walk outside to go to work one morning and you ain't got no front or back windshield. All your shit's flat and it's scratched up and somebody done pull your Pioneer CD player out that bit. Because it was all fun and games up until it wasn't no more. Right now ain't the time to, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, to either be antagonizing or playing with people. You don't know what's on folks' mind these days, what they going through, what that one thing. You got two ways you can go with this shit, in my opinion. Either don't, I'll say three. I'm a 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna say three. See folks and speak. See folks and don't say shit at all. Or see folks and don't say shit at all. And I believe to an extent, what we see online is a form of a microcosm of what real life is. They two distinct things, but they paralleled in a sense, right? And I see a lot of the people who having the most fun with this, who doing it. I could be 100% wrong. I don't know how many uncles, cousins, or brothers or nobody you got. This go for men and women. But you seem the least likely to protect yourself when shit get real. You seem like you just strike me as, maybe I'm being overly judgmental, but a lot of the people who going to you kind of going hard with this shit, man. Not knowing that people all the way that there are some people on this earth in this country who all the way in their feelings right now, and it's shits and giggles up until it ain't no more. A lot of what's done happened is what used to be keyboard gangsters way back in them days when it was just like chat rooms and it wasn't a video the way it is now. It was just talking, typing and shit. Now keyboard gangsters then turn into video gangsters from whatever political side you on. And everything fun and everything funny up until it ain't no more. Thank you, unbiased. I appreciate it, my sister. Um, that's right, Sweet Thumb. Hey, Tuck by V, welcome in. And Sweet Thumb, you absolutely right, bro. Uh, I'm not gonna make this a super long live. I'm gonna go a couple more minutes. I'm gonna put this link in here one more time. If anybody wanted to come up and say their piece, outside of that, I'm gonna go and get out of here and say what I gotta say to round it off and end it all. As far as the live go, but these are swag facts. We said it's some seriously contaminated thinking. I just try to make sure it's not me. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Dan, they said them keyboard commandos turn into Karens in real life. It's fact. Y'all never seen me do it. I don't try to do it. Hell, I don't do it. I don't be messing with people. I don't bullshit with people. I don't play like that, man, because it's not in this state of the world. Hey, G Mama Grove, I don't see how people still out here pulling pranks on each other at folks in grocery stores and in Wally Worlds and shit. It absolutely blows my mind, but that's what we confronted with. That's what I'm saying. That's a perfect uh, it's a segue into what I mean. Like, and I don't think that's gonna change. It look for grown folk out here with sense, with common sense, that's trying to live their best life, mind their own business, feed their family, feed their chickens and animals, other animals, grow some asparagus, tomatoes, whatever the hell they like. There will forever be people. There will forever be people. There will forever be people who don't get it. There will forever be people who don't get it. It don't matter. It ain't even the such thing as it being too late. They ass just not finna get it because they literally cognitively cannot comprehend the gravity of the circumstance or situation they in. Now the downside is that should affect all the people around. I got, you know what, before y'all don't leave just yet because I got something I wanna do. I got something I wanna do and I'm finna do it right now. We're gonna set this up. We're gonna set this up right now. And before I do this, I'm gonna give credit where credit is due. I'm gonna give credit where credit is due. Give me just a second. I have been thinking about this, and y'all stick with me. Y'all stick with me. We're gonna get out of here in just a minute. Okay, here we go. I want to do something, and I'm gonna tell y'all. I got to give credit what credit due. I'm on. Have anybody heard of a movie? Give me a show of hands. Put a four in the chat if you done seen this movie before. If you or if you heard about it, whether you seen it or not. Who's heard of The Purge? Who's heard of The Purge? The first one, the very first one. It's a couple of them out there. It's a couple of them out there. Okay, I see the foes coming in. I see the foes coming in. This is what we're gonna do. And before I even announce it, I'm gonna say this. This is my first time. Hopefully it goes smooth. I don't know. We gonna see. This week, this coming up, this coming up Friday, this coming up Friday, I want us to do a movie watch. Now I got to give credit what credit is due because the first and only person I ever seen do this is Lead Former 7-3. That's the only person I've ever seen do it. I ain't saying ain't nobody else did it. I don't know. I don't care. But we gonna watch the first Purge together this Friday. I would say watch it ahead of time, but then people been a forgot parts or this or that or whatever. I'm gonna say this Friday we're gonna watch the first Purge official trailer. Not official trailer, official the first Purge movie. I don't think I don't know if I'm gonna do as good as Unc did it, but I might. I don't know. We gonna try. But that's who originated this concept for me. I see how deep and powerful it was, how profound it was, the impact and the way it made people think. I can't. The last one he did was the one with the bear, I think. But before that, he did the one to lead the world behind. I think it was it was the first, right? I saw Astatine. I'm not 100% sure. I think that might have been the first one he did. I'm gonna try my hand at it, and I'm giving him credit for it. So for planting this seed of thinking deeper than just surface level. Oftentimes, in my opinion, Hollywood and other entities run so parallel to one another that they damn near indistinguishable. I think that we get put in positions where we have to wonder is art imitating life or is life imitating art? Because they so damn indistinguishable. I think sometimes it's like foresight to pay attention to things to show, oh, that's just a movie. This on the one hand, I mean, when I was little, you watch Karate Kid, everybody want to get up and you Daniel Russo and you ready to, what I'm saying, do the crane and all this shit. That's super Hollywood. But when it comes to a point of the societal aspects of it, when it comes to a point of socio, not only economics, but sociologically relevant aspects of the world we live in that we see unfold 3 or 4 or 5 years after uh, a movie done came out, well, was that like a heads up? Was it pre-programming? Was it to break us in? Was it just an insightful writer or an insightful writing team who conjured up this idea, and maybe some real actual company or something said, well, damn, that's a good idea. Maybe we should try to make that real. I don't know. I don't know which one came first, but I know that should impact our real life. I know it impact our real life. That's what I do know. So with that being said, Sweet Thumb said, I used to think this stuff would never happen. Then it happens, and we still think. Hold on, I gotta put that's my last comment for the night. Or today rather. Sweet Thumb locked it up. Sweet Thumb locked it up. Used to think stuff would never happen. Then it happens, and we still think the next thing won't happen. I'm not taking it down. I'm not taking it down. I'm gonna leave that up there the rest of the time till I end this live, which I'm about to do. Because that's the overall message. I'll keep trying to say it. I'll keep trying to relay it. I will keep trying to make it make sense. There is a distinction and a difference between living in fear versus living a prepared life, in my opinion. Cowering in the corner, afraid of the world, afraid to turn the light switch on, versus just being prepared for what you know life can throw at you, are two completely different things. Who would see you as a coward for stopping your ass by the gas station after you done got off work, even though you tired, because you scared to stop and get gas in the morning? Or are you just prepared? Or are you just saying, I know the more evening traffic on the way home is horrible, but hell, I don't give a damn because I'm on my way home. Or I'm scared I'm going to be late for work because I done been late for work 3 times this month already. Do that make you a coward, or do that make you learn from your mistakes? And the last thing I'm going to say, family, last thing I'm going to say, I'm going to leave it here. It really don't matter how light something is to you, how unseriously you take something. Some could happen that you think is a good thing. Somebody in this world feel the exact opposite of how you feel about whatever it is you feeling. And not only do they feel in opposition to you, they might act on it. They just might act on it. I'm encouraging people from all backgrounds, all political walks of life, all nationalities, all ethnicities. Keep something in the back of your mind. In your everyday life, people gonna do what they do here on the internet. People gonna talk they talk, they gonna talk they shit, they gonna be gangster, they gonna be thug, they gonna do whatever on this here internet. But don't think that what happened and what's said and what you do and how you do it on here can't spill over into your real physical life. And out in the physical world, out in the real world, mind the business that pays you. Mind the business that pays you. Go get your water, get your sardine, get your canned cabbage or whatever the hell you got that you like to eat. I don't know. I don't know what it is. But throw your energy and your efforts into that. And when you do try to deliver a message of something ain't right, something wrong with this, something ain't right about what I'm feeling, I can feel it in the air. Please, please, please use your energy in that direction and hope that it fall on ears that open to hear. Because you can't make grown folks do nothing. And I don't give a damn how things bad get, what happened in the world, what happened in this country. Somebody still gonna be walking around with their thumb up their ass, just whistling happy as hell. That's all I got for you. Hey man, until the next time y'all see me and I see y'all already know what it is. I'm still gonna be down here in East Texas, being country in another country, baby. Peace. Love y'all. Y'all take care, family.